I have had some pretty messed up dreams in my life. Like last night, for instance, when I dreamt that I was robbed by a bunny with the face of Andrew McCarthy.
I did just watch Weekend at Bernie's though. But in the history of sleep, there has never been a more elaborate dream than that of a young girl from Kansas named Dorothy.
Allow me to take you through this. A twister hits and knocks you out. You wake up in a colorful land where you and your dog meet a lion, a tin man, and a scarecrow, all while being serenaded by munchkins and lederhosen and having your life threatened by a witch whose sister has terrible taste in socks.
It's The Wizard of Oz, or the worst LSD trip ever. Or the best, depending on how you look at it.
The timeless tale that gives us hope that beyond the rainbow, we can all find the perfect pair of shoes.
And I have a very personal connection to this film, playing the Scarecrow at age 5.
Do you sew clothes I can come with you? I need a blanket.
Not to mention, my wife actually sings the soundtrack in the shower.
The wind began to switch, the house to pitch.
And finally, I have the same exact profile as the Wicked Witch.
I'll get you, my pretty.
But why are we talking about the Wizard of Oz today? Well, my little pretties, because this Saturday, it turns 75.
Hooray!
That's right.
Hooray!
Released 75 years ago, The Wizard of Oz was actually a box office flop, costing a whopping $4 million to make in 1939.
Which today is equivalent to $11 billion.
Regardless, the film starring a brilliantly talented and young Judy Garland is now known as one of the greatest classics of all time. Along with this.
And many generations have enjoyed The Wizard of Oz, but there are some aspects about this film that are quite mysterious. Things that I'm going to assume you've never heard about, but probably have. Just pretend you haven't.
For example, the swinging munchkin. If you look closely by the trees when Dorothy skips away with the Tin Man and Scarecrow, there's an urban legend that one of the munchkins actually swings back and forth.
It's actually just a bird.
How about this? One of the best and most notable parts about this film is, of course, the song Somewhere Over the Rainbow. But
Due to time constraints, it was almost cut from the film.
not to mention the makeup for the actors was a huge issue. The Wicked Witch's face paint was so toxic,
She actually had to be put on a liquid diet throughout the entire filming process. No wonder she's so angry.
I can cause accidents too.
This is my favorite urban legend. People have told me for years that if you listen to Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon while watching The Wizard of Oz, it matches perfectly. But I don't believe it.
The lunatic is on the grass. The lunatic is on the grass.
It's okay. This is not an urban legend, but I feel like the scene where the Scarecrow and Dorothy oil the Tin Man is a double entendre. Here it is normal.
Oil my arms, please. Oil my elbows.
And here it is with some choice music.
Oil my arms, please. Oil my elbows.
Now, believe it or not, one of my favorite songs in the film is Mrs. Gulch's bike song. Sometimes when I'm walking around the street, I realize how perfectly it matches certain people.
so happy 75th anniversary to one of the greatest films of all time, and you truly taught us that there is no place like home, unless you live in Trenton.
Whoever a whiz there was, the Wizard of Oz was one because of the wonderful things he does.